Hi everyone, I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing great. It's summer, we're outside. I mean, what more do we want, right? So today's video, I will be sharing with you all the books that I've read so far. Unfortunately, I thought I'd be at 50, but so far I've read about 37 books. Anyways, so you know that video that's going around, the mid-year book freakout tag. I thought I'd also do one because I've never done it last year, so I thought it'd be great to do it now. So please don't go anywhere, sit tight, and let's talk books. All right, Jambo, Karibu. My name is Chilanda, and this is Library Without Borders. You know, we love to talk about books. That's what we're all about. All right, you guys, let's get into the books, okay? So I'm gonna be looking at my computer so I can read the questions to you. All right, so first question, best book you've read so far in 2024. I got two for you. First of all, I think I lent my book to someone because I couldn't find it. So it's Homegoing. What else can I say? Homegoing, I read that in January. It was my first 5-star and I was forever changed by Youve. It's the story of two sisters born in West Africa. I think it's somewhere in Ghana. Yeah, somewhere in Ghana. And then one sister is obviously brought into those slave ships all the way to the United States. And then you follow her story and her descendants. And then one sister remains on the continent, and then you follow her story. I mean, she actually marries a white person during that time. Can you believe it? But then you follow her descendants who remain on the continent. Now, for someone who've read many slave narratives, that book was original. Like, it was original, and I'm not gonna obviously talk about it in here, but y'all know that I spoke about that book and I was forever like mesmerized by the way Youve was able to speak of those two sisters and their descendants and different events, right, that occurred from the time of enslavement all the way to what? To like when she talked about like when black people were still being killed by police. She talked about police brutality. That's how far she went with that story. And then on the continent of Africa, she also took it from that beginning to whatever current events is still occurring either in Ghana but also in Africa. So that book, mwah, 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 chef's kiss, mwah. And then the second one is this book, like this one, Chigozie Obiama, an orchestra of minorities. Y'all, this is a love story on which, unlike the ones you've read or heard of, and it's because it's so different from all these contemporary romance or historical romance. It's just, I'm not sure, like it took me by surprise. I don't know, like an orchestra of minorities, what do you even get from that, you know, from that title? But then it's the story of what's his name, Chinonso. I forgot, it was Chinonso and Ndali. Yes, the story of Chinonso and Ndali. And it's basically what Chinonso decides to go through, to what extent he goes to in order to prove his love for Ndali. Not only to Ndali, because he didn't even need to prove his love to Ndali. Ndali had accepted him, but he had to prove his love to the family of Ndali. And this guy is just a chicken, how do you call it? A poultry farmer. That's all he was. And he had all these chicken that he took care of, and even the way he took care of those chickens actually made me fall in love with them. And even the way he spoke to Chinosa, the relationship, the way the two characters just fell in love with each other. And Dali being a doctor, studying to be, I think she was studying to be either a doctor, but someone in the medical field. And this poultry farmer was not educated, but then Dali was able to see this man for who he was and fall in love with him. And the writing and the funny moments, and y'all, I spoke about this book. Like, I will link the video if you want more of this and you didn't see my video about me gushing about this book. Please, yeah, check this out. So yeah, best sequel you've read so far in 2024 is this one. There's 3 books in this series, the Lazar Family Saga, book 1. This is book 1. You guys, I am impressed with this book. I never could say this name. Necessary Sins by Elizabeth Bell. And it's the story of Joseph, who is becoming a priest, right? The thing about him is that he has African ancestry in him, and he is white though. But the only thing that you could somehow tell is that maybe he has a broader nose, but other than that, he's purely white. So that's basically the story of him. And then he falls in love with the wife of an enslaver, like a planter. And that woman is Irish. She's of Irish descent. And obviously, she's married to this enslaver, and they live on a plantation. And it's following their families, because you also get to meet his grandmother, Joseph's grandmother. You get to meet his siblings. You get to meet his father, Rene, who goes back to Saint Domingue, which I think is Haiti today. And he discovers his mom, who had been supposedly killed at the beginning, but wasn't. And then basically, like I said, it's a lovely story, but said, as I said, during slavery time. And apart from that story that develops, you hear about the religious aspect of that time, because obviously it's a priest. And throughout the book, the religious matters discussed in this book is very heavy from beginning till the time. So all I'm saying is that if you could put that aside, the story itself is mwah. So please, this is the best sequel so far. And third new release you haven't read but want to. Yes, so I have a love song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams that I need to go to read. And also This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. This was part of the new release that I wanted to read this year, so I need to get to it. For most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Yes, so it's And So I Roar by Abi Dare. I'm excited to read that book. I believe it's coming out in August. And then the second one that I want to read, it's by Tomi Adeyemi, and I think it's Children of Anguish and Anarchy, because I read the first two, so I'm excited for Children of Anguish and Anarchy. Those are the two books that I am looking forward to read this for the second half of the year. So biggest disappointment. All right, you guys, so The House of Rust. So I think I rated this like 2.5, something like that. Like I said, the premise, the story began well, but you got lost and confused a lot of the time. So, I mean, like I said, I have a review which I took, a million minutes to talk about. I'll link the video somewhere here if you want to hear more about my thoughts on this book, okay? But it's The House of Rust by Khadija Abdallah Bajaber. Biggest surprise. Yes, the biggest surprise, I mean, among like that book by the Orchestra of Minority, this, you guys, I saw this book circulating a lot on Book Talk or BookTube, and everyone talked about it, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'll get to it. Like I knew I was gonna get to it. So first of all, I want to say shout out to Jessica, my colleague from work, who literally said, read this book, like trust me, this one. And also to Babe in Library, because she was waiting for me to read this book. Now I have a review on this. Like I'm doing a vlog where I'm talking about this book and another book. So I'm not gonna talk about it too much about it by this. It's the story of Monday and Claudia. And just like the title says, Monday is not coming. And these kids are in junior high, getting ready for high school. School is done. Obviously it's vacation. How appropriate for this time, right? School is over. My kids are out of school. And I think Claudia goes for like a week or something. She goes away for that summer, and then she comes back and it's almost back to school. She's looking for a friend Monday. Now, no one can tell her was Monday. And it looks like every time she tries to talk to teachers at school or her parents or even like her mom, her sister, no one is trying to give her answers. And the way the book is broken down is like you have before, the before, and the before or the after. But this book was wild. You guys, it was triggering for me, because what I discovered in this book, I cried. Like literally, I had my head looking up the ceiling, and it just brought me, and it got me thinking about all the kids that were born to family who do not deserve to have these kids. Like I'll talk about it more in my vlog, but like this was my biggest surprise. By Tiffany T.D. Jackson. I don't know if I said her name. Favorite new author, debut or new to you? Yeah, it's gonna be Chigozie Obiama, and then it's gonna be Elizabeth Bell. Like, I love this woman's writing. Then we have newest fictional crush. I don't ever have crush on characters, but Chinonso from an orchestra of minorities. Yes, he's it. I like this. Him. And then let's see, newest favorite character. Of course, Chinonso. Let me see, Chinonso, and who else? I have to talk about her. Yes, The American Queen. This was also a new release, and I gave this 4 out of 5. I really love. So Luella. Luella is my new favorite character, but she's not even fictional. Well, they say newest favorite character, not fictional. So yes, she, and Chinonso. Yes, Luella and Chinonso, both are my favorite characters. Book that made you cry. Oh, yes. This. I was bawling. I'm serious. I was crying, like crying. Yo, I'm a mom, okay? So, book that made you happy. You know, I realized that a lot of my books, I never really read them for the happiness effect. It's really, I don't know, but happy, I guess. Oh no, it was sad. No, the end was sad. It made me happy. Luella TD, no. There's no books that make me no, I have none. Most beautiful book you've bought so far this year. Yes, I brought a couple. So you know, I had that book haul with the special edition. This, the green, the gold contrast on the green, the black girl on it, the curls, the jewelry is it. This, Skin of the Sea, Natasha Bowen. I think it's a series, right? So this, is it the first one? Not sure if this is the first one, but I hope to get to it eventually. And then we have, woo, yes, this one, Forged by Blood. Okay, y'all can read the name right here, but look at that. Look at the cover. Yes. You wanna go? I already showed it, but yes. That's beautiful. The edges, right? And then this one. Like, oh my god. Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. Okay, that. The black girl here. Beautiful cover. Again, it's the gold, the green, the black. Okay, and then the last question. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? You guys, my whole TBR, like my TBR, I will take like a little Snapchat of all the books that I need to read here. But basically, it's my whole TBR. All the books that I bought last year, those are the books that I need to read before the end of the year. There you have it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this edition of my mid-year book freakout tag. I will see you in my next video. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.